Fuck. Hold on. Let me do a little bit of quick audio check real quick. Just gotta simply fix it. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of audio test. You ready? Okay. The attack on Pearl Harbor was a surprise military strike by the Imperial Japanese Air Navy. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so the audio seems to be good. Okay. Hello and welcome back to a Payday 2 video. This time we're going to be talking about a free character that has been released in Payday 2. It's a licensed character that has been released for free to everyone. And I feel like it has a very extremely important place in the Payday 2 player base because it is a character that I feel like has a somewhat of an impact, but not at the same time. Like, it does have a big impact on those that don't have any DLCs, but not much to those that have DLCs. And I will briefly explain to that why in a little bit. Today we're going to be talking about the man, the legend himself, Bodhi.
Let me put it this way, amigo. Start thinking about final words.
The man that is from fucking Venezuela. Oh, wait, is he actually Venezuelan? Oh shit, he actually is. Oh, no wonder he's robbing banks. The poor man is just fucking busy hauling carts that are like worth $2. I feel bad for this man. Inflation must be like a bitch. But anyway, Bodhi is an interesting character that I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about that too much because he's one of those characters that are like extremely underrated, but is an extremely fantastic character with an amazing voice actor that has put so much effort into it. Here's a fun fact for you guys. The voice actor of Bodhi is the face of Hoxton. He gives the face of Hoxton, but he voices Bodhi. Jocelyn is a fucking talented guy, that much is obvious. He is such a talented person that I love him. Like, he's such a cool person even in real life and in game. But let's talk about Bodhi for real quick and see what he brings to the table. Bodhi is a surfer dude. That much is fucking obvious. He has a surfer dude accent, and sometimes he has this sort of personality where he is such a laid-back person when things are quiet. Like, he has like this sick-ass accent, dude, when things are quiet and shit, and whenever things are just nice and chill and comfy, he just there and just relaxes and does his own thing. Like, that's how comfy he is. He's like this big brother amongst the Payday group. But when shit goes loud, expect him to hear his voice at the fucking at the other side of the map. Like, you'll be able to hear his fucking screaming lines on the other side of the fucking building. It's like the change in his personality is so fucking good. Like, he goes from a calm-minded person when things are quiet to a fucking maniac that literally just pops heads 24/7. And it's like and another lore fact is that he despises tasers. He hates them so much, and he has a very unique interaction with them, and I will get to that in a little bit. But here are some of his voice lines that I feel like are like so good, like that are so great. Take a listen.
Don't get too attached to this new house, bro. It's all material bullshit. Yo, what's up? We got a new heist coming or what? This is how things should always be made. Using your own hands and mind. No fucking machines.
Get your hands up, motherfucker! It's a shield! Shield is dead! Drop the gun! We're overrun! Fucking taser! Can't see me now, taser! Look out! Medic! Medic is down! Hey, Dollar! I need a hand! Hey, Tony! Please, hurry! I'm losing blood! Hero! Help! Ah! Hero!
You don't look too well.
Hey, Tony!
I never let a friend down. You're gonna fight another day.
Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that his mask has a very unique design to it. I don't really know what's up with this mask, but it sort of has like this like voodoo, well not exactly voodoo, but it sort of has like this sort of, like, you know, like one of those like tall like pillars you see in cartoons that have like faces in them, like drawings to them. That's what his mask looks like. It has a very unique design to it, to say this, and there's like blood smeared onto his face, which is very interesting. And there's something about like his base character design as well that makes it so interesting. Despite him being one of the heisters that wears like civilian clothing, his outfit is very unique compared to all the other heisters. He has a very unique jacket, some nice looking gloves, and some tattoos that you can see on your hand, depending on if you're wearing like a short-sleeved clothing. That's it. I don't really have anything else to say about him. Goodbye. Alright, so let's go into the weapon he brings to the table, the Platypus 70 rifle. You may assume that this sniper rifle ain't exactly like mind-blowing and shit, but trust me when I say this, this has a very big important impact on those that don't have any DLCs in the game. A little fun fact, I've been playing Payday 2 since early 2017, and I did not have any DLC until like late 2020, early 2021, somewhere around there. And so, Bodhi was one of those characters where he's the only one that gave a sniper rifle to everyone. Everyone I mean by free, because if you look really closely, all the sniper rifles, I'm mentioning the primary weapons, they're all locked behind the DLC or whatnot. But Bodhi's Platypus 70 rifle is the only one that is for free to everyone. And so I feel like it has a huge impact on those that don't really have any DLCs. But let's talk about the weapon itself. Is it any good? Yes, but it's not better than any of them. But it does look pretty good. It's such a beautiful looking weapon. I love it. And the sound design and the reload animations, everything, like, it just sounds very crunchy to me. The weapon sounds very impactful and it sounds very crunchy to me, and that's why I really like about it. Take a listen. Alright, so let's talk about the statistics of the weapon. The weapon has 5 bullets in the magazine, 30 ammo in reserve, 60 rate of fire, a damage of 480, although you can reach 504, accuracy of 92, stability of 12, and a concealment of 6. And so, the weapon itself is not entirely mind-boggling because there's like other better sniper rifles, but it does like have his places, to say at least. Number one being that it's one of those sniper rifles where you can actually like have it extremely concealed. And I know some of you might be saying that the Desert Fox sniper rifle exists.
And
what
the fuck is this here?
That fucking thing is hideous. Have you even looked at this fucking thing? It's so ugly. I don't even know why the fuck anyone thought that making this type of sniper rifle was a good idea. Sure, it's more concealable, but it's fucking ugly. So I'd rather use a weapon that looks really nice rather than something that looks like it just came out of a fucking garbage can. So no thank you. I have my I have my preferences, okay? But is it any better than the rest of the sniper rifles? Well, not really, honestly, because it's a basic sniper rifle that just does its own thing. There's nothing wrong with the sniper rifle. The weapon itself is really good. There's no flaws to the weapon, but the problem is there's other sniper rifles that performs better. The weapon itself is not bad. It's really good, actually. And so you can actually make this really concealable with getting rid of the scope in exchange for iron sights. You can even put a suppressor on this and whatnot. Basically, you can just put like generic shit on the weapon. You can either use this in a crit build or like a dodge build or whatever. The weapon itself is really accurate and very effective. There's no really further like a demonstration, to say at least. Like, the weapon itself is pretty solid and great. Now let's talk about the perk in the game, that being the Ex-President. Now, the Ex-President is a very unique skill that it doesn't... It's kind of hard to say, but it doesn't really provide that much... How do I say this? Like, it doesn't give you enough, to say at least. To explain why, let me say this. Let me give like the general like basics of the perk. So the perk starts off with this. Whenever the tier 1 of the perk, called Point Prick, when your armor is up, you are capable of storing health. For every enemy you or your team kills, you sort of build up a health. There's like a small little excuse me. There's like a small little health bar building up inside your health, and whenever you or your team gets a kill, that bar fills up. But here's the thing. Depending on how much armor you have, it also like depends on how much health you're able to store in. With the ICTV, you can only store like say 60 health. With the suit, you can store like 180 health. These numbers are not the exact numbers you can fill, but these are just like a prime general like examples. So the more people you kill, the more you can fill up the bar. On tier 3, it just simply increases the amount of health you can store in the bar, and it also increases your health by 10%. And tier 5, Life of Ice, it increases the maximum health that can be stored by 50%, and you also get more health, and you get 10% bonus health. Or well, not bonus health, but more like you get also increase the dodge by 10% or 15%, I don't really remember. And then the tier 7, it increases the amount of health you get from you can like store inside by more. Basically, you can just store up to more, and then you gain 20% more health. And then the tier 9 is where the interesting part comes in, called the perfect line. Killing an enemy speeds up your armor recovery depending on how much armor you have. The more armor, the less recovery speed gained per kill. The armor recovery speed is reset whenever your armor recovers. So every time you kill an enemy, the armor recovery rate has basically increases. So this is an interesting combination between of health and dodge. The maximum amount of dodge that you can get from this is 45, 30 as like basic with Sneaky Bastard, and then the 10 extra from the, I forgot the skill name, but it's that one skill where whenever you're sprinting you get like 10 extra dodge, and 5 bonus dodge from the AI boost you can get. And what do I mean by this? You don't really get enough. The ex-president doesn't really allow you to tank another hit with the bonus health you have. You're still two-shotting. Like you can still get two-shot, which is the problem with the perk deck. Don't get me wrong. It allows you to sort of sustain yourself in a position where you wouldn't normally survive, because if you activate the perfect line like as soon as your armor breaks, your armor like almost instantly recovers. And this perk deck combines really well with Headshot Basic. I mean, literally everyone uses Headshot Basic. Do I really need to say anything about it? But Headshot Basic or even Ace also works with this perk. Say if you have like a bar that's like halfway built up and you're missing some bit of health, and if you hit an enemy on the head when your armor is broken and you recover some of it back, then you get that health instantly. So if you're in a position where someone shoots you, like you lost your armor, you lost some health, but you also hit someone back, like you hit a headshot and get some of your armor back, you instantly get your health back. And if someone like shoots you again and breaks your armor, hits you again, you're able to survive another shot. And like the perk itself is pretty good, but the amount of dodge you get is not really enough to sort of help you in this situation. Keep in mind, I don't use dodge, I don't use crit builds. I don't use those like people that use like anarchist fucking lightweight ballistic vest fucking high dodge bullshit, whatever. I'm not that person. I am a person that wears an ICTV in death sentence and fucking goes in balls deep with no fear. I am someone that likes to take a fucking beating and then come back alive. So muscle, crew chief, armor, copycat with armor or health boost, whatever. I'm all for those shit. I love having high amounts of armor, high amounts of health, and just being able to fucking walk away in a situation where no one would survive. I don't like to be fragile, okay? I don't want to be made out of fucking tin glass or like some sort of like weak ass plastic material. Like I want to be a fucking walking brick house that nobody can literally stop me. I'm getting ahead of myself. But the purpose of this is to basically keep you alive in a battle and to force you to sort of play more aggressively. However, another problem that comes with the perk is even if you're full health and you get your armor recovers, you lose all of the bonus health you restored in the bar, even if you're full or not. Keep in mind, you only get this bonus health, like you only get this healing if your armor is completely broken. Even if it's like halfway broken, you're not going to get any of the health. It must be fully broken. And the melee weapon Bodhi brings to the table is a fucking box cutting knife. A man that is a surfer, you would assume he would have like something cool, like a really sick-ass knife that represents all his tattoos, or he has like a broken surfboard piece that he bashes enemies with it. No, he just has some fucking box cutting tool he picked up at Walmart, or I don't fucking know where. He picked it off somewhere, and he's like, yeah, this is my weapon of choice. Like, what the fuck? For a man that is so fucking cool, that is so sick, like, he's a surfer, dude. He picks up a fucking shitty-ass $1 knife that he find at the back of a Walmart. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. To summarize it shortly, Bodhi is an interesting character. He has such a he has such a cool personality that is basically, he's a surfer dude. He has this calm, laid-back personality when things are quiet, and a maniac psychopathic tendency, like type of personality, when shit is fucking crazy, basically. When it comes to his weapons, it's very generic. There's nothing wrong with the weapon, but it's like really good. It's very effective. It does its own thing, but it gets outclassed by other sniper rifles, so that's the only depressing part. However, it's the only free sniper rifle accessible to everyone. Here's a fun fact. Bodhi was supposed to be a paid character, but because of a Black Friday deal shit that was happening before he was released, Overkill decided to sort of release him for free to everyone, which is really nice, because he's the only character that gives out a free sniper rifle to everyone that doesn't have any DLCs. And as someone who didn't have any DLCs since like 2017 until 2020, my choices were limited. Graze was completely useless. If Bodhi was a paid character, Graze would have been fucking nothing. It would have been useless skill to those that didn't have any DLCs, because they didn't really have any options to use a sniper rifle except for the platypus. But I'm getting out of topic again. The point I'm trying to make is the sniper rifle is effective, it's good, it's solid, there's really no problem with it. It does its own job, it will get you ahead and whatnot. The perk itself is kinda a little bit lackluster because it doesn't really provide you enough to keep you going, because it doesn't give you enough health to survive another shot if you don't have any like health stored inside, but it also doesn't provide you enough dodge to sort of build a high dodge build. So it doesn't really provide you enough to keep you surviving. And it heavily punishes you if you want to use it in an armor build, because it reduces the amount of time, it reduces the amount of health you can store, and reduces the amount of the armor recovering speed whenever you kill an enemy. And so, if I had to give an overall rating for the ex-president perk deck in Descendants, it would be a B tier. Don't get me wrong, the perk does have its few uses here and there that can save your life that other perks wouldn't normally do, but it doesn't really provide that much, to say the least. And his melee weapon is just a complete fucking disgrace to humankind, but hey, can I do something about it? Fuck no, of course I can't. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you excuse me, I'm going to traumatize a lot of people for no apparent reason, because I'm very fucking bored, and I'm lazy. So, goodbye, have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Hole in your head, bitch!